Hey, welcome back. Kevin Yates here. Just want to welcome you to week 17 of my body transformation docuseries. So this is just a weekly video series that I put together to share my experiences of what it's like going through a body transformation. And I share everything from my training to things with nutrition sometimes, and how I'm balancing it all with family, responsibilities, work commitments and obligations, and all the things that happen in life. But if you like this content, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button below and set your notifications on and give this video a like, because that helps me get the word out to more people, because I really want this in some way, hopefully, to inspire other people who are struggling with their health and their fitness goals. It's not always easy sometimes when you have success in other areas of your life, such as your career, or you've got a successful marriage and a family, and you're well respected and hardworking, and you've had this success, except when it comes to your own health and fitness. I spent years like that, always working to provide for my family as best I can, trying to keep a roof over our head, trying to keep the bills paid, trying to keep food on the table, and balancing family life. And in the process of it, I let my body go. I let my health go. And, a lot of times we don't realize how far we've gone until something happens. So, if through this video, I can inspire people to get up and to get moving and start doing something about their health and fitness, to be as successful in their health and fitness as they are in their careers and other areas of their life, that's what I want to do with this series. So in the meantime, if you are ready to get started on your journey, click the links in the description box below. There's something there for you as well. So in the meantime, let's get started with week 17 of my body transformation.
I like to live a little, I like to drink a little, I like to smoke a little, I like to rush a little, misunderstood a little, we're all the same a little. Someone just wanna be bad, I got him bad, bad, bad. So tell me what I should do, say, 'cause I'm gonna do it my own way. I don't give a fuck what you think, what you say. I got a bad reputation, I got it bad, bad, bad.
Lord, there's always work, and there's always like this need that I feel to make money to provide for them. There's always like this drive to be successful, and in doing that, it's like I would put my health and my fitness, on the back burner for when I could squeeze it in or when I had time. And, watching that slide, and it really took a toll on my body and on my health, and I really had to look at it and realize, if I don't put myself first, my health has to come first, because if I don't have my health, then none of the other stuff matters. Because if I'm not around, then what good is it to have all the money in the world if I had it? What good is it to have all of the success? What good is it to have work if I don't have health? I won't be able to work. I won't be able to make the money I need to provide for my family and keep a roof over our heads. I won't be around to spend family days with them and watch them grow up. So I really had to shift my mindset around that and look at it in that way. So, without the health, it's like nothing else matters. This has to be the thing that comes first.
Dice a little, I let it ride a little, out of my mind a little. I'm like a lion unchained, I like to fight the pain, sipping wine and singing, I was just born to be bad. I got it bad, bad, bad. So tell me what I should do, say, 'cause I'm gonna do it my own way. I don't give a fuck what you think, what you say. I got
right, so now the moment of truth. It is results day. The results are in. It's always this kind of this mind game that goes on with me when I'm getting toward the end of the week, especially when it's Friday. I'm usually pretty quiet on Friday, and I'm always hoping that I see something positive, something moving in the right direction. There's always that mind game. This week, was no different. There were challenges, that were there. And it's just life. It happens, and we've got to do our best when challenges, come before us and stand in our way and things happen. We've just got to put our best foot forward and continue to take one step forward. Keep moving forward, keep going, and do the best we can with it. That being said, Saturday, results day. Results are in. So I'm going to share some photos in a little bit. But in the meantime, I want to share like what happened, because, some of these weeks, it's never clear cut. And this week was no different. So Saturday morning, I get on the scale, and the scale was down a little over a half a pound. So, I really don't care a whole lot about losing weight. I know it happens when you're losing fat. It goes with the territory. So I was down a little over a half pound, and my body fat showed a little bit of a downward trend as well. So it moved a bit. When I took my tape measurement though, there was no change. Didn't go up, didn't go down, just held the same as the previous week. So it's really interesting when I see things like this, because for me, I tend to place more importance on what the tape measure says. I want to see like my waist and my stomach are coming down. And, when I saw that measurement, I immediately, I felt a bit defeated. Like I just felt like, oh man, it was like, I put in all this work for this week. I put in all this work on my nutrition. I stuck to the plan. I put in all this work on my training. I really pushed myself, and I trained very hard. My sleep wasn't the best. I was waking up early. We've got some scheduling issues that have been going on. Cheryl's got a job now as a nurse. She just started this job, so her days are starting a lot earlier. That means that I've got to help out like with the kids, getting them off, to school and stuff like that, and so we're just kind of in this mix of dealing with this. And it meant that, I just ended up waking up a couple hours early almost every single morning. So I really wasn't getting my normal amount of sleep, but, doing the best I can with it, that like, I'm not going to quit. I don't want to give up because of that, but I just do my best, put my best foot forward, make my best effort that I can, and, let the chips fall where they may. I hope for the best. But this week I did. I felt a little bit defeated when I took those measurements. And then the interesting thing was, I always take photos as well. So I took photos. I send my photos into my coach. I send my my weight in, and everything, right? And the interesting thing about it is this happened before one time. And when you look at the photos, the interesting thing is that I'm showing a little bit more definition. And so it's a good thing that I take photos as well as measurements as well as weigh-in. And I even took skin folds this week, and it's something I wish I would have done in weeks before, because, when you have more methods to assess your progress, it really helps you to gain some clarity and to really get an accurate assessment of the big picture of what's happening. Because if I were to only look at the tape measure, let's say, and I looked at nothing else, I would think that like this week was a failure, and that could make me feel like I need to do some drastic changes. Whoa, I need to completely overhaul my diet. Oh my God, I gotta start a new diet, or I need a new workout, or this isn't working, or I could get all up in my head about it, and it could just crush my confidence and my motivation. But instead, when we looked at the pictures, we could see like there's a little more definition that's happening. Now, week to week, it's harder to see the changes. They're very, very subtle. When you look month to month, you can see bigger things happening. So, looking at it though, there was a little more definition that was happening. And sometimes what I'm learning is that we can't always predict, we can't ever really predict where we're going to be losing the fat off of our bodies. You would think that you're just going to see it come off the stomach, in the waist, which most of the time it does. But sometimes when it doesn't mean that I wasn't making progress and I still wasn't losing fat. What happens a lot of times is that the body just ends up kind of burning it from other areas sometimes. Like sometimes, your body's always burning fat, but sometimes you'll see it more in other areas than you will on some other areas of the body, right? And this week was no different. So it just meant that I still was moving in the right direction. I was making progress. I'm still losing fat. And it just came a little bit more from a different area of my body. It's like my back now is showing a little more definition. I've still got a long ways to go, but I'm starting to see, more and more changes are happening. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. So like I said, I'm going to share the photos from this week and I'll compare them with last week's photos. So you'll see a little before and after. And I want you to take a look for yourself and let me know. Leave a comment below and let me know what changes you see, if any, in my physique. And let's see what you think. So other than that, it was a good week. I made some good progress and I'm back on track and getting ready for week 18. So just over 4 months. It's been another milestone, another month down. There's still more work to be done. And, it's all about just making consistent progress, doing the work and the things that need to be done to the best of my ability and to do them consistently. Because I know that regardless of how the outcome turns out week to week, that if I keep showing up, if I keep doing the work, if I keep taking the action and the steps that I need to take, and I commit to the process, then the outcome has no other option but to take care of itself. I'll get to my goal as long as I keep showing up and doing the work. So that's all I've got for this week. That is a wrap, and I will see you next week for the results of week 18.